that people actually want to be in. Nobody wants to be a cop right now. Nobody does.
Well, certain people do.
Oh,
certain people do. Certain people do. Certain people do.
Our first disagreement.
How about this one? How about this one? How about getting back to where you have I like the idea of it should take you definitely longer than 6 months to become a damn police officer.
Yes.
But how about, there was once upon a time where cops worked a beat. Like what's wrong with having certain cops work just a certain neighborhood, so they get to know that neighborhood, they get to know that environment, they get to know the people that live there.
Is that not how it is now?
Man, you just got cops you got sheriffs, just like.
That's a good point.
Like you know what I mean? Like I don't think, when we're talking about cops going into, certain cops shouldn't be going into just any neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we have to be sensitive about the people in those neighborhoods. I think that maybe if you knew the people in those neighborhoods a little bit more, maybe that maybe Johnny might have a mental condition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I think cops have to learn their environment, learn their neighborhoods a little bit better before they go in there. And so they know that if a person is, jogging down a neighborhood, who that person is, and not just blast them.
I think that does help. But the one thing that I just thought of while you were saying that is I think the majority of these incidents we're seeing are traffic stops. So I'm not sure these people are actually from that neighborhood. So
some of them, I mean, there's so many, God damn. I mean, like there's so many instances where whether it's a traffic stop, whether it's a guy's trying to get cigarettes in front of a store, whether it's a kid walking through a neighborhood, whether it's a policeman going to someone's house and then he ends up shooting them. There's so many different scenarios. Like there's so many different scenarios that I mean, like, I don't know, like, man, there's just too many scenarios of cops. We got cops now talking about that they confused their taser. Like they got the gun and didn't know. Like, what kind of shit is that?
I saw that. And I had some people that I've shot my first gun like 6 months ago for the first time ever. I'm not a gun guy.
I'm not a gun guy.
But everyone that is a gun guy that I know, they said that. They're like, do you know if you have a gun in your hand?
You think?
And
yeah.
If you train with guns, not only do you know it's a gun, you'll know when your gun's loaded or not. That's how much sensitivity you get. Like some people will pick it up and go, oh, this isn't loaded. They can feel the weight difference. So they're saying that, and again, this is coming from people that know guns more than me. There's very slim chance she knew that was a taser. I don't know.
Why is it? Why is it?
Or it wasn't a taser, I should say.
Yeah. Why don't they say, why not pull out the taser and say, I mistaked it, and thought it was a gun? You know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah, how many of those incidents happen?
You know what I mean?
It never happens in reverse.
It never happens in reverse, man. It's always, well, I pulled out the gun. I thought it was my taser. Really?
Had that happened a bunch? I know this recent one. Had that happened a few times before that?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, there's some, but you're right. As you're saying this, there's so many, because Breonna Taylor was the one where they went into her house and shot her. And it was the wrong person, right? And I don't think any of those guys are in jail, by the way. No. Last time I heard, they were like, oh, it was a warrant. I'm like, well, you went to the wrong house.
Went to the wrong house.
What's the accountability there? Like,
so they're blaming the, I guess, would it be the dispatcher?
Is that what they're blaming?
They sent them to the wrong, I think they sent them, like something happened with the warrant.
I would not doubt it if that's what it was, but it could have also been the cops blaming them. Like, oh, they got it wrong. Like, it was a dispatcher.
But now her boyfriend was in jail because he shot back.
That same day?
They're saying that when they broke in, whatever they're saying, it's a warrant, he doesn't know who's breaking in. So he picks up his gun, he shoots, and then that's when all the bullets started firing. And
that guy's in jail now?
I don't know if he's in jail now, but he was in jail initially.
They arrested him.
They arrested him. Like, this thing is crazy, man. Yeah. This thing is crazy.
Yeah,
this thing is crazy. I mean, you got people getting shot in their own backyard by the police, and killed. And for, we don't even need to put no color on it. We just, it's just what's going on right now. There've been since the Floyd thing, and they're finding the police officer guilty. There's been like 5 different instances now, 5 different instances where cops have killed somebody.
Those are just the big ones.
Those are just the big ones. Like, those are just the big ones. It's tough, man. It's tough right now. It's tough. you know, and I got a young, you know, I got a son, 17-year-old son, you know, I got black kids, you know, it's, you know, I worry about them getting pulled over. You know, I worry. You know, honestly, I do. You know,
did you hear the Mike Wilbaum? You know, that is the announcer for ESPN.
Yeah, yeah.
He told a powerful story on ESPN talking about him essentially coaching his son how to get pulled over.
Right.
And he's like, well, I shouldn't have to do this. I'm teaching my son how to properly get pulled over.
Right.
So that way he doesn't lose his life.
Right.
Is that what you're alluding to a little bit?
Man, exactly. Yeah. Like exactly. Like I was talking to a gentleman and you know, white guy, and he was talking about, well, if you just comply and follow police orders, like, why would you comply to somebody when you didn't do anything wrong? You know? When
there's a track record of, even if you do that, it may not end up well anyway.
Right. It might not even, right. Yeah. Like, you can follow all the, you know, put your hands here or whatever. And like it doesn't, like, we're just in a weird time, man.
Yeah.
Just a weird time right now.
You have to really, again, I'm stuck on Mike Wilbaum right now because it's in my head. But at the end of that statement, he had made a comment, and it'll stick with me to this day. I think it's important for everyone to hear this too. And he made a good comment. He said, I wish that people loved black people as much as they love black culture. And I was like, I really started thinking about that, and where people were like, well, I like the NBA. It's like, no, you like that's a product that the NBA puts out. Right. You know what I mean? You love rap culture. You know what I mean? You like all the culture, whatever it comes with that. But do you actually like a black person? Do you like an individual? And so I was like, that's a powerful statement. Like, I wish people love black people as much as they love black culture, because black culture is super glorified, right? By all different races.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that like you just all of a sudden like love every black person you ever met. Right. You have to really understand the individual on an individual level. And just because you can be a shitty white person, a shitty black person, you can be a great white person, a great black person. And that's what we should be looking for, is like the merits of their character and who they are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But man, you can't even get to it with the way things are going right now. Like, you know, from black culture to black people, like what we're seeing right now is because, you know, social media and everything, man, it's scary, you know, unfortunately, like, you know, and like I said, I got young daughters, I got a young son. So it's difficult to talk about. Like, my second daughter, Jade, she's 15, very, very intelligent. And she sees everything that's going on. And she questions. She questions everything. And so I got to explain stuff to her. I got to explain stuff, you know, why did this person get shot? What could have been done there differently? You know, it's just a difficult time right now, man. As a parent, it's hard because, you know, I always tell my son this. I always tell him, it's not your job to make somebody feel comfortable about who you are. That's not your job. You know, it's not your job. You're not supposed to go out of your way to make somebody feel comfortable about who they are. You know, you shouldn't have to act a certain way or be different to make that person feel comfortable about who they are. You should just be you. And however that person feels, that's on them, you know, and it's hard.
Hey guys, if you're enjoying watching these clips, then head over to the description so you can go watch the entire podcast episode, or go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, search Talk It Up, look for the gold logo, and start watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.